Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw the jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yeah, well, knowing this, where could you have seen this jar? Where? Location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying there on this guy's desk. The witness testified so. Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in this guy's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Grant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what reason was, Mr. Wright? Of course. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. Because she doesn't want us to know the truth. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. And the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf, on the shelf the jar was sitting, what would he hit? Ah, the suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, holding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in this room. Or another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nonetheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? Events took place as the defense theorizes and the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall, she killed him. I feel bad for Loki. Yeah, sorry. You mean... you kind of killed him. It was an accident. You thought you were saving him, but you really saved Joe Dark, ironically. Mr. Marshall died because of me? Sorry. Oh shit, she fainted. Never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Yes, it is, Your Honor. Lana. Well, what are you saying? Damn, she's looking fine. I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Sorry, he didn't. I mean, we're not going to dispute he was a murderer. He was a 1,000,000% a murderer, but he did not kill Officer Marshall, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Marshall, whatever. Same shit. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? I'm not pinning the crime on anybody. It was an accident. Imagine that, coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. Cap. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me. Do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with the evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly don't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. She's still fine as hell, though. Touché, Miss Guy. Of course, that leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. And in one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. This is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? Gotta think back. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. Wait, what? The real murderer's name. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. I think I have one more left. Oh, I fucking will kill myself if I have to go through this shit again. There's no way a dead person can tell the murderer's name. Well, looks like this is as far as we can go with this. Mr. Wright, you disappoint me. I never thought you, the type to let your feelings cloud your judgment. My feelings? If we overlook the victim's message, one he had written with literally his last breath, then everything will be lost in the darkness. What are you talking about, dog? Perhaps the clue that thing it really is. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright! Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Oh, I know what it is now. Do not be mistaken, Miss Guy. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message. This is the message from the deceased. Right. Now then. This is the message from the judge. Ah, fuck me ass. Oh, I guess that wasn't right. I'm going to cry! There isn't anything. That isn't... I swear to God, if it's this motherfucker, there's nothing written. Whatever. We're doing that. We're so stupid. I'm just picking it because I have nothing else. This is the message left by deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a fucking jar. A message was left here on the surface of the jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint blood trail on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. I'm getting lucky. I was one step away. I would have cried. Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments has not been wiped away. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in the blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious minutes left to him to leave behind a message. That one that someone apparently wiped away. Her blood must be seeped into the jar where the line changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points. And the victim's message will become apparent. No! Sorry, Lana. Damn, you're looking real fine, though. Hey, man, if you hit me up if you want some dinner. Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Wright, sorry. What kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these blood stains will reveal us the answer. We gotta connect them? Is that one thanks for certain? Is the murderer's name? Oh my god! Bam. Bam. Oh. Bam. 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 No, that's not right. Actually, undo this one. It's actually like that. Sorry, Emma. I'm fucking killing you over here, but... Oh, you know what? Oh, I see it. Bam. And then bam. Because if they would have clapped my cheeks for that, I would have cried. Damn, I feel kind of bad though. I spelled Emma out so easy. I gotta make sure I connect this too. It won't let me though. I guess that's good enough. It's the defense attorney's duty to prove the client's innocent. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Sorry. Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Sorry. Feel bad. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Shut your dumb ass up, Gant. Chief Gant. You understand the implications of what you've done. What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in that case, were you not? Ah! Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced. He wasn't innocent, he was still a murderer! Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Of course it's not. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up of evidence forgery, ultimately responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. He thinks he's... Holy shit! He might have sent the man to death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Jesus. It's fucking blowing my ears out. The gravel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Fuck. Lana's definitely not gonna let me take her out to dinner now that I just got her sister convicted for murder. Oops.